Imagine this for a moment. A young boy is standing outside a small grocery store, selling chewing gum for a profit of just a few cents. Nobody notices him. Nobody thinks he will become a billionaire. Nobody believes that this ordinary kid will one day build one of the largest investment empires in history. Today, that same boy is worth over $150 billion and is considered one of the greatest investors who ever lived. According to Forbes, Warren Buffett has consistently remained among the richest people on the planet for decades. What's even more remarkable is that more than 99% of his wealth was earned after the age of 50. Let that sink in for a moment. Most people believe success must happen quickly. Social media tells us that if you're not rich by 25, you're already behind. But Warren Buffett's life proves the exact opposite. His story shows that patience, discipline, and consistency can create extraordinary results over time. The average person spends money first and saves whatever is left. Warren Buffett learned the opposite lesson at a very young age. Save first. Invest second. Spend what's left. His investment company, Berkshire Hathaway, has delivered returns that have beaten the market for decades. Investors, business owners, and financial experts from around the world study his strategies even today. But here's the interesting part. Warren Buffett didn't start with millions of dollars. He didn't inherit a huge business empire. He didn't have access to special opportunities that nobody else had. What he did have was curiosity, discipline, a love for learning, and the ability to make smart decisions over a long period of time. In today's video, we're going to explore the fascinating journey of Warren Buffett. From a young boy selling chewing gum and newspapers to becoming one of the wealthiest and most respected investors in the world. We'll uncover the key decisions, mistakes, lessons, and habits that helped him build his fortune and discover what we can learn from his incredible journey. So let's begin. Who doesn't know Warren Buffett today? He's famous as one of the richest and smartest investors out there. He's lived well into his 90s, and we all know how much money he's worth, what companies he runs, and how he made his fortune. But how many of us actually know how he made his first $1 million, or that he made his first investment at just 12 years old? A guy who started with nothing and built everything from scratch. He quickly became one of the richest people in the world. But it didn't happen overnight. If you want to know about his successful life, stick with us until the end of the video. Welcome to our channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about some special secrets related to Warren Buffett that made him one of the richest people in the world. We'll share the key steps and milestones from his life that helped him achieve success at a young age. He reached the peak of success. Warren Buffett had set 35 as a target age for himself. He said if he wasn't rich by then, he'd jump off a building. But even before hitting that age, he had already made $1 million and never faced any situation that made him think about jumping off a building. The story of how he reached that $1 million mark is pretty interesting. Warren Buffett was born on August 30th, 1930, into a regular middle-class family, and from a young age, he had to work to cover his own expenses. When he was 6 years old, he used to bring chewing gum from his grandfather's candy store and sell it. He made a 2-cent profit on each pack he sold. Anyway, we all know he didn't make his fortune just by selling chewing gum. If that were the case, he would have spent his whole life selling gum. Yeah, selling newspapers later on really helped him out. We'll get to that in a bit. Warren Buffett had a great habit. He loved gathering knowledge from everywhere. Actually, that's what makes a good investor. They collect information from all over and only after doing their research. He thinks about investing. Maybe Warren Buffett had the traits of a good and smart investor from the very beginning. He used to visit the library often and spend hours there. Whatever book came into his hands, he would keep reading it. One day, he came across a very interesting book called $1,000 Ways to Make $1,000. Although he didn't follow all the ideas in the book exactly, it definitely gave him a lot of motivation. Gathering all kinds of information and reading more books also helped Warren Buffett understand compounding, and he understood the benefits really well at a young age. That's the power of compounding, which is called the eighth wonder of the world. Now, we know how Warren Buffett got started in the stock market. Back in 1942, when he was just 12 years old, Warren had saved up $120 by doing small jobs. Then he made his first investment in the market. The company was called City Services, and Warren used all the money he had to buy its shares. The interesting part is, he even convinced his sister to buy shares in the same company. He bought them, but just a few days after buying, there was a huge drop in their value. Warren Buffett was already upset about his losses, and on top of that, his sister kept nagging him. After a while, the shares started going up, and Warren realized that if he sold them now, he'd make a $5 profit. In a hurry, he sold all the shares. But just a few days later, the company's shares shot up so much that if Warren had waited a bit longer to sell, he would have made a $200 profit. So, that was the story of his very first investment. Even today, it might have seemed like a rushed move by the kid, but for Warren, this incident turned out to be a huge lesson. He quickly learned that you shouldn't buy stocks in a hurry, nor should you panic sell them at the first sign of small profit. By then, Warren's family had moved to Washington to live. But Warren didn't like living there, so he used to go back to his grandfather's village and work at his grocery store. Still, he knew this wasn't what he wanted to do with his life, and he wasn't going to work there forever. He thought maybe he wasn't cut out for physical labor. So, he went back to Washington to be with his family and started selling newspapers. By the time he was 14, he had saved up $1,000. That was his first big savings, which would really help him later on. Selling newspapers ended up shaping his career. About a year later, in 1945, he saved up more money and bought a farm, even hiring a few people to work there. Warren Buffett never really wanted to do physical labor himself. And then a few years later, things doubled. He sold the farm at a good price. Along with that, he continued his school studies. But Warren Buffett had such a deep passion for investing that when he graduated from school in 1947, he wrote Future Investor under his photo in his school book. Warren Buffett then got admission to college. Although he was already making good money, he felt that going to college was just a waste of time. However, his father pressured him to finish his education, so he enrolled at the University of Pennsylvania. The class Warren was most interested in was business, where every little detail about business was taught. But after some time, his family moved back to the village. Warren then started studying at the University of Nebraska. Warren believed that accounting is the language of business that every businessman and investor should know. He read every book he could get his hands on about business and investment. By now, he had saved over $9,000 and was ready to jump back into the stock market. But for now, there was still a bit of understanding left. Warren Buffett paid a lot of attention to three basic things about the stock market. First, the intrinsic value of a stock, that is, its real worth. Second, you should invest in a stock only when it's available for less than its true value. And third, you should never make decisions based on the market's mood. So, if the market is super bullish, don't just rush to sell your shares. And if it's really bearish, don't get greedy and buy way too many shares. Warren went against the flow. He started paying attention to something else. Back then, there were some small companies that didn't even get listed on the stock market because of their size. Warren Buffett began studying them closely. The reason? These companies didn't have much competition. That meant they had a much better chance to grow. He started digging deep into the business models and stock details of tons of companies. Later, Warren wanted to go to Harvard University, but he didn't get accepted there. But things turned out better for him because he started studying at Columbia University, where the well-known investor Benjamin Graham used to teach back then. Benjamin's book, The Intelligent Investor, had become really famous. Warren Buffett had already covered more than half of the curriculum. He began understanding the books even better than their authors. One day, he found out that Benjamin was the chairman of a company that handled insurance for government employees. He went to their office and gathered all the info, how the business worked, how they made profits, and even about their competitors. Who's there? Then they changed the company's name to Cal. In 1951, he invested more than half of his savings into this company. This was about to turn into a huge success because this investment ended up giving Warren a much bigger profit than what he initially put in. Warren got married in 1952 and started working as a broker. But he neither enjoyed the job nor felt valued. He began working on improving his communication skills because he realized that if you want people to listen to you, so you got to be good at speaking. She also started learning a course called Investing for Women. Although he wanted to work with Benjamin Graham only after finishing his studies at Columbia in 1951, Graham turned him down. But later, Warren was called in. It was like a dream come true. Warren Buffett quickly became everyone's favorite there. Benjamin Graham was so pleased with his work that when he thought about retiring, he offered Warren the job. But Warren Buffett declined. He said he wanted to make his own path. At the age of 26. By then, Warren had already saved up $175,000. In 1956, he started a partnership firm called Buffett Associates Limited. It included only his family and friends, and the company rules were pretty quirky. You could only withdraw money once a year, and you wouldn't even know where the money was being invested. Still, Buffett's firm was outperforming other similar firms by about 16%. Over the next 5 years, his business grew a lot. This is where his strategy called cigar butt came into play, which involved investing in companies that the market cap was really low, but that didn't mean it was useless. After some time, their prices used to go up. Warren would invest in such companies and sell their shares once the price rose. Sunburn Map and Dempster Mill are notable examples. Later, he teamed up with Charlie Munger, and together they made history. By 1961, they had around 10 partnership companies. They merged them all into one and named it Buffett Partnership Limited. By then, he had become a millionaire. This was Warren's goal, to get rich by the age of 35. By the age of 31, he had already earned way more than that. Their partnership is over half a century old now. Today, every new investor looks up to them for inspiration. But the biggest lesson from their story is to always think carefully and stay calm before making a move. It's not like their decisions were never wrong or they never faced losses. But instead of getting discouraged by mistakes, they saw them as chances to improve. So, what is the biggest lesson from Warren Buffett's life? It's not that you need to be a genius. It's not that you need to start with millions. And it's definitely not that success happens overnight. The real lesson is that small, smart decisions, repeated consistently over many years, can completely transform your future. Warren Buffett started with a few dollars. He made mistakes. He lost money. He faced rejection. He wasn't accepted everywhere he applied. But instead of giving up, he kept learning, kept improving, and kept investing in himself. That's why today millions of people admire him, not just because of his wealth, but because of the mindset that created that wealth. Remember, every great success story begins with a simple decision to start. Whether you're trying to improve your finances, build a business, learn a new skill, or achieve a personal goal, the principles that helped Warren Buffett succeed can help you too. Read more, learn continuously, think long-term, stay patient, and never underestimate the power of consistency. Years from now, the decisions you make today could completely change your life. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our upcoming content. Also, let us know in the comments. What was the biggest lesson you learned from Warren Buffett's journey? Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. And you'll find a really interesting and informative video like this at the end of the video. You'll find on the screen. Make sure to watch it too. In that, we've explained the difference between the mindset of the rich and the poor. So, see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.